symbols, books, and stacks of paper decorating the not-so-big room. It was early in the morning when a slight raise coming from outside. The man woke up with feeling groggy, but a slight itchiness woke him up from the land of the dreams which he wouldn't remember. He lifted his right hand with a little glow, where from the top of the pile, a paper hurled to him, but with fast reaction he caught it. He found a detailed map and some notes, and he finally let out a deep sigh. Starting his day, he looked himself in the mirror, where it reflected a middle-aged man, but after further observation, his deep eyes were black, reminding people of the long life he had been through. Washing his face, he started to go to the place he saw on the map. It was really sunny outside, where people started busying themselves to start the day. A man with a really weird outfit ascended the stairs from an underground subway, greeted by a hustle-bustle of life already broken since the dawn. He looked around and felt surprised seeing a view right before his eyes. He never thought that humans were advanced enough to finally defy the law of gravity. Sighing again and thinking that he basically didn't remember anything but his house and the store, he went to a little store which was the most dilapidated building around the area. A door creaked open, showing a contradictory view on the inside. Shelves were aligned neatly around the place, where a couple of crystals and accessories stood out, invited people to the world of mystics and wonder. The man looked inside, frowning and wondering what the shelf lining around the store, and finally found a chair sitting behind the counter, where there were paper, pen, and a small metallic jar opened next to it. The man stared at the items, confused of what was the purpose, and finally took the bottle, twisted it around and smelled it. Found nothing, he finally gave up and took the paper and started reading it. A girl and a boy walked shyly, pacing back and forth in front of the store. "You sure this will solve our problem?" said the boy. Nodding, the girl were really sure of that. They heard some crazy stories about the store and the owner, which has existed really long. People believed that the owner never aged a day, but can give one's life-changing miracles. Finally, the girl pulled the boy inside and opened the door, greeted by the wonders of future that awaited them. "Welcome, let me see." "Two wanderers looking for a lost voice," said the man, glanced from the rustic papers he was reading. He frowned, trying to make sense of everything. "We would like your help indeed, mister, for my sister has been mute as long as I remember," said the boy while trying to hold his sister, which already tried running away. The boy gulped hard, looking at the weirdly enchanting face he would never forget. Reminded him of an old man with eyes really powerful, which can figure out all of his secrets with a glance. Gladly, finally the man paid real attention to his guest. "I need you to tell me something. What day is it again?" inquisitively the man asked. "The day of is Wednesday, mister," said the boy really fast, retelling what he memorized before coming to the store. "The year is 2576, after the World War III ended," said the boy, finishing it, hoping he will jog the man's memory. "Ah yes, thank you, finally I remember those days." The man showed his understanding towards memories which suddenly rushed through him. "For answering that questions, I will help you too." Now standing and walking, getting around his store to find the shelf, which different kind of jars lining up, made of jade, which looks really ancient, ceramic jars with unrecognizable designs, crystal clear jars showing a liquid inside of it, and the futuristic jars made of metal alloy. With a newfound confidence in all through his actions, trying to find something. "Ah, these two," he finally said. Taking one of the metal container and another ceramic jars, went back to his chair, sitting down. "I believe the ceramic one will help your sisters to get her voice back," while swirling his fingers in a weird manner, and from his tip of his pointing finger, a drop of blood came out and flew to the jar. Both of the children were terrified, watching everything that has transpired with a little hope, while still feeling scared of all the things which was really magical happening around them. After a drop of blood touched the stopper of the ceramic jar, light burst out of the jar, where slight breeze shook the piles of paper in the store, scattering it around. The paper were dancing and raining all around the rooms, except around the children and the man. The boy and the girl couldn't contain their awe while watching all the paper falling down. "Don't worry about that," said the man, pushing the ceramic bottle to the girl. "Drink that, all of them." Hesitating, the girl took the bottle and finally, after a while, gulped all the liquid inside it. She felt a really warm feeling around her throat, which lasted a while, and found something growing inside her. Oh. A gritty sound came from her mouth. She clasped her mouth shocked because she finally can make sound coming out of her. The boy also was surprised and thanked the man. Both of them bowing really deeply and excused themselves out from the store. The man watched them until the door closed and finally clapped both of his hands, making a ringing sound. All the papers flew back into their own place and made the place look as before. Finally, with a great conviction, he himself opened the metal container and gulped what was inside. Praying that tomorrow would be his last, living like a ghost, hoping everything would end for him. He fell down to the table, asleep. At the middle of the night, when the moon was finally shining brightly and all the building lit up, a haze slowly came, covering the streets and the building. It was really quiet when a door creaked open and a man walked sluggishly from a dilapidated store. The eyes were closed and it seemed to everyone looking at him, he sleepwalked. Alone, he walked, going back, descending to an abandoned subway.